Hello friends, how are you? This is Dr. Srinagi, Ayurveda and Medicine doctor and also Isha Hatha Yoga teacher. So today in this video we are going to talk about your gut health and how you can improve the gut health by help of Ayurveda and yoga, and what is the connection between the health of gut and mind. I know it is, for most of the people it is very surprising how your gut health can affect your mind, but yes, there is a very strong connection between your gut health, the health of your intestine and health of your mind. So let's try to understand what is its connection and how it can help, and how Ayurveda can help us to improve our gut health. These days, even the modern science has started exploring the mind-body connection. And this connection was explored in Ayurveda years back, because in Ayurveda, most of the ancient teachers like Acharya Charak, who is the father of Indian medicine, he has spoken 5000 years before like mind and body are connected. It is not like mind is something different identity and body is something different. And when we talk about yoga, in yoga also we say like mind and body are one, because in yoga also mind is not a separate identity. In fact, we call mind as a mental body, because in yoga even mind doesn't exist separately, whole body is mind. That's how this is the yogic point of view to look towards body or mind, and they both are very deeply interconnected. That's why in yoga various kind of asanas, various kind of practices are being mentioned that will affect not only body but they will also affect your mind. That's why a lot of importance has been given, like you need to learn yoga from a proper source, and it is better like when you are learning yoga, it should be something classical form or traditional form. It should not be some kind of modulated or modern yoga, because a lot of modifications have happened and that originality, the ancient thing about yoga has been lost. So that's why I recommend for all those of you who have not learnt yoga yet and they want to improve their practices, they want to learn new yoga, or they want to step into traditional yoga, I would recommend please go for Isha Hatha Yoga practices. They are very rooted practices. Or other than that, if you have some trustworthy person, some saint or some kind of person who know the traditional roots of yoga, you can learn from them also. So this is one way. That's why a lot of importance has been given to mind and body connection. In this way, similar way, the health of our gut and health of our mind is also very interconnected. That's how Ayurveda explains a strong connection between the gut health and mind health. For example, if you have some kind of problem in the gut, for example constipation, or sometimes a lot of stress or anxiety you are feeling, or especially IBS. Many times it has been seen like IBS has a relation in mind. For example, some people are having a personality, especially they think a lot and that directly affect their gut. Simply a lot of stress comes which they have not expected and they are not capable to handle the situation. Immediately gut become upset, or if gut is upset, immediately you feel stress. So they are very much related. So let's go deep into it and let's try to understand the deeper connection between both. In Ayurveda, a lot of importance has been given to digestive health. For the health of all other systems, it is very important that your digestive system should be optimum, because the health of all other systems depends on the health of digestive system. That's why in Ayurveda, a lot of importance has been given to digestive fire, the metabolism that is happening and how we should eat, what we should eat, when we should not eat, what kind of food we should eat. So in Ayurveda, a lot of importance has been given to digestive system as concerned to any other kind of system. For example, in Ayurveda, they have said nervous system, they have spoken about the kind of thoughts, the kind of things we are thinking, but they have not given it big importance. Big importance has been given to digestive system and digestive health. And this Vata dosh, the Vata content in our body is responsible for our working of our odd nervous system, like all the motor nerves, that is afferent nerves, like whatever actions we are doing with hands, everything, any kind of movement that is happening in the body, that is because of Vata dosh. In addition to that, Vata also forms the circulatory system, because blood in circulatory system what comes, heart and blood circulation. So for circulation you need to move blood from one place to another. So any kind of movement that is happening inside the body, that is the function of Vata dosh. So this Vata dosh is responsible for nervous system and circulatory system. Next come the Pitta dosh. Pitta dosh is responsible for all the digestion that is happening. In this case, Pitta dosh becomes extremely important because this is the one who is responsible for your gut health. That's why for making your digestion well and to yield the best benefits out of food, a lot of importance has been given in Ayurveda, that how you are eating, how you are sitting. You should not eat while walking. You should eat fresh organic food. You should have cooked food, because Ayurveda is a big supporter of cooked food. But at the same time, this cooked food should be well cooked freshly, and it should be consumed within 3 hours of cooking, otherwise it will start losing its nutritional value. It is not like you have cooked food once and you are keeping the same food whole week, then that is not so good for health according to Ayurveda. According to Ayurveda, if you want to have food, that means what? That means you need to cook every day. At the same time, Ayurveda is a great supporter of fruits. So a lot of fruits you can have in your diet. To understand digestive health, Ayurveda has also divided the digestive fire in terms of Vata, Pitta and Kapha. And if your digestive fire is good, then that means your gut health will be good. So if your digestive fire is being disturbed or imbalanced by Kapha dosh, that means you will have low digestive fire. When I say low digestive fire, means your food will not be able to digest properly, and you will feel a lot of indigestion, and many times you will feel heaviness in the stomach, in the lower stomach. So this is happening when digestive fire is imbalanced by your Kapha dosh. Similarly, when your gut health or your digestive fire is disturbed by Pitta dosh, what will happen, like you will feel excessive hunger, and many times you will feel acidity, burning sensation in the stomach, sometimes this peptic ulcer in the stomach, gastric ulcer in the stomach. So this happens mostly when your digestive fire or your gut fire got imbalanced because of Pitta dosh. Next comes the Vata dosh. When your gut health or your digestive fire has been disturbed because of Vata dosh, so because of Vata dosh, what will happen, most of the time it's been seen like it causes constipation, and your sometimes your hunger become extremely high, sometimes you become no hunger at all. So that's why when the digestive fire is been disturbed by Vata dosh, we call it Vishmagni, means it is not stable fire. Sometimes it's very high, sometimes it's very low. So it is very, very important that you take care of your Vata dosh, Pitta dosh and Kapha dosh. How you can do it? You can do it by knowing your body type. It is very, very important. That's why in Ayurveda, a lot of importance has been given that you try to have food according to your body type. How you can know body type? There is a link below. When I am saying body type, that means your body constitution, with which combination of dosha you are, whether you are single body type or dual body type, or what kind of combination of these doshas exists in you, and try to have food according to your body type. When I am saying this, for example, if you have Kapha body type means you have more tendency to gain weight. So that time you need to cut down your sugars, you need to do exercise regularly, you need to go for a walk regularly, and you need to add fruits in your diet. You need to avoid all the junk food like pizzas, burgers. These you need to stop. You need not to eat during, you should not sleep during the day. So all these precautions you will take when you have kapha body type. There is more possibility whenever you have kapha body type, your digestive fire will be more disturbed or imbalanced by kapha dosh. If it is healthy, it is fine. If it is not healthy, so it means for your digestive fire, kapha dosh will be involved. So you need to take all these precautions, because all these precautions will help to bring the this imbalanced digestive fire or gut health because of kapha dosh into balanced state. So this way you can balance it, and if you are still confused how you can do it, you can always have Ayurveda consultation with us. We will guide you, we will help you how you can do it very easily. And or you, if you want to do by yourself, you can do by yourself also. For example, if you have more of vata koshtha, or the digestive fire which has imbalanced by vata dosh, then you should try to avoid raw food like raw vegetables, uncooked vegetables, because that means your digestive fire is very disturbed. And then if you are eating raw, no question about it, these raw have more nutrients, but when you are eating it, you don't have enough digestive fire to digest it. So that's why it will cause sometimes stomach pain, sometimes you will feel a lot of upset in your stomach. In Ayurveda, whether you are Vata, Pitta or Kapha, Ayurveda always recommend cooked food, freshly cooked food you need to eat. But for some people, if they, for them raw material is more suitable, they can have, but it depends, like you need to choose by yourself which is which thing is more suitable for you. And if you have confused, we are always there to help you out, like what is best for you. You can always write to us, we can schedule consultation if you have these kind of questions or these kind of doubts. So you need not to worry about it. But just for your knowledge, I am telling you, if you have more vata related disorders, try to avoid raw food, because if digestive fire is not too much, then raw food is very difficult to digest. Definitely raw food is better than meat diets, because meat diets is extremely difficult to digest, but raw food is also difficult to digest. So Ayurveda recommend cooked food. At the same time, you can have more sweet fruits. Sweet fruits are very beneficial for vata people. Cooked vegetables, more grains in your diet. Grains are very nutritious and beneficial for you, and it has a lot of fiber content. So if somebody has constipation and these kind of problems, it will remove it. If your digestive fire is more imbalanced because of pitta, then you need to avoid little bit of onions, because onions are a very high pitta dosh. And if your digestive fire has already like some acidity and these kind of problems are there, or ulcers are there, then onion will aggravate it more. So try to have more and more boiled food rather than having spicy and onion containing food, because it will enhance your digestive fire much more. But it is not like if one person cannot eat onion or garlic, other person can also not eat. Other people can eat, but you cannot eat if you will have disturbed pitta dosh. If digestive fire is disturbed by kapha dosh, then try to avoid all these nuts, because nuts also contain a lot of kapha content into it. They are very cooling in potency, that means that will enhance the kapha dosh. So try to avoid excess use of nuts. Little bit nuts, soaked nuts you can use, but excess like 1 bowl of nuts, that means it will enhance your kapha dosha too much. So you can avoid excessive use of nuts. Try to have more vegetable soups, that would be more beneficial for you, and it will also help you to have a assess on weight. In addition to that, there are general tips that will make your digestive fire or gut fire better. In the morning when you get up, try to have a lukewarm water. It is very beneficial for your health. Also, it will help to remove all the toxins and ama from the body. Ama is that content when your digestive fire is not well or disturbed, that will then means a lot of food becomes undigested, that will get converted into sticky substance, that is called toxin, and in Ayurveda it is called ama, and they start depositing here and there in the various parts of the body. So if you are drinking a warm glass of water, warm, I am not saying hot, warm water, it will help to make your system clean. Avoid all the cold beverages, that is directly from the refrigerator if you are taking. If you have disturbed gut or disturbed gut fire, like when your digestive fire is not well, that means your gut health will not be good. So, try to avoid all the things that you are taking out from the fridge which is extremely cold, and that will disturb your gut health. Whenever you are having food, never try to have food in standing posture, like many times, especially in America and most of the, even in India these days, modern cities, it is happening. You are just eating and walking, eating and walking. So, a lot of importance has been given, like whenever you are having food, please try to sit at one place and then try to have food. That is more beneficial for your health. In addition to that, chew your food properly. It is very beneficial for your gut health. At night, whenever you are taking meals, don't take very heavy meals at the night. Heavy meals, if you want to take either in the morning or in the afternoons. Afternoons the best time to have good heavy meals, because so that after having meal, you just walk for 20 minutes, so that it will help and it will aid to let the food digested through your gut very well. Don't try to have food when you are not hungry. Eat only when you are hungry. When your previous eaten food has been digested well, then only put new food. Otherwise, it will create unnecessary disturbance in the stomach and an unnecessary formation of ama or toxins. You can also use little bit of spices like coriander, turmeric, cumin and fenugreek. So, all these things are very beneficial for stomach pain or any kind of stomach disturbance. These spices, little bit of pinch of these spices you can use even for pitta people, and other half teaspoon you can use for 2 people's meals. So, it is very beneficial if you are using these kind of spices. They will help to aid digestion and make your gut health better. In addition to that, if you want to know what is the cooked recipe that will be very beneficial for disturbed gut, or if somebody has loose motions or dehydration or diarrhea, so there is a moong dal recipe. It's a very simple recipe, like there is a link below. You can click on this link and you can learn this recipe. It's very simple and it's very easy to digest, and I hope that you will like this recipe. You can boil some rice also. You can mix this recipe with like you can take in a plate one bowl of rice, and along with this recipe of moong beans, green moong beans, and you can eat it every alternate day. It will help you to make your gut health better, because in Ayurveda the combination of this rice and this green moong beans, it is very beneficial, because it's the most lightest legume to digest. It's very easy to digest, so you can make this combination and you can make your health better. And how to cook it, there's a link below. You can cook it. We try to show how to cook this green gram recipe. It is very beneficial for health and it's very easy to cook, so everybody can cook and enjoy it. In addition to that, how you take care of your mental health or mind health, so that no this anxiety or problems. Like I mentioned, you need to invest some time into yoga and meditation. It is very beneficial for your mental health, because many times this gut health has a reason here, not here. And if we fix this, our mind, gut health will get improved by itself. And how you can do it, there is a link below. You please write down to us if you want to know these practices of Isha Kriya or any kind of meditation practice. If you want to know, you please practice these practices. I know Isha more, so I will recommend Isha meditations. But from whichever school you have learned meditations, make sure it should be authentic, so that it will be effective for you, because there is no point of learning that practice which is not effective. Only those practices will pay off which will yield good results in your body. So, you can always write down to us if you want to know these practices like yoga and Surya Kriya, Angamardana. It's very beneficial practice, and you can make use of it, because it is not invented by me. They are from traditional background which are taught for ages, and they are quite effective and people are getting benefited out of it. So, everybody can take benefit out of it. So, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you will like this video. And if you have any question regarding this, you please write down to us. We will let you know how you can do these practices, or how Ayurveda can help in your situation, or even if you want to have consultation, you please write down to us. So, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're watching me for the first time and you have not subscribed my channel yet, then please take a moment, hit the bell icon, click the subscribe button so that you don't forget our upcoming videos. We will stay connected like a family. And also you can also join our membership program, which includes various exclusive videos which are not publicly available. So you can also make use of these videos for make your health much better. And how you can join it, there is a join button near subscription. You can always click this button and you can make use of it. And if you like my video, please don't forget to share it with your friends, because our purpose of making videos is to spread health, to spread well-being to all. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. And with this note, I would like to say stay healthy, stay blessed, take care, and always stay happy. Keep doing yoga and make Ayurveda part of your life. Take care. Bye.